they cannot believe in you. They may support you, but they've constantly and consistently seen you quit on yourself. You said that you were going to stay the course. You said that you were going to be different this time around, and you constantly go against your own actions. Hello, beautiful people. We are out here in Marbella on the boardwalk, and in today's video we are going to be talking about how to be taken seriously, how to be respected, especially as a woman. Now, this came about when I had a client asking for this kind of advice. I honestly started to reflect back on all the things that I have done as I've been on my level up, glow up journey. Also being an entrepreneur for so long, how I've been able to work with so many clients, how people take me seriously and invest in my programs, invest in my coaching without hesitation. You honestly have to stand on business and be a product of what you are selling. But before we even get there, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment some love down below. All right, look at the beautiful Marbella. I am currently on the beachy boardwalk. I left my man at the restaurant so that I can make a video. Y'all, I have missed you so much. Let me stop for a second. I've missed you so much, guys, and I've just been trying to stay as present as possible. We started off in Portugal. We started in Porto. Then we went to Lagos. We stayed there for a while, beautiful beaches. And then we rented a car, and we went into Lisbon. And then we finally arrived to Malaga, where we rented another car and drove down to Marbella, our favorite place at the moment. And we got some new jewelry. So it's been a beautiful trip so far, guys. But I really want to talk about how to be respected and how to be taken seriously. I have 5 tips for you. Respect is not demanded. It is demonstrated through your own actions. A lot of you guys don't realize that your actions, your constant, consistent actions in front of people are either hindering you, hindering your self-image as well, hindering how successful you could be based on your daily habits, based on how often you show up for yourself, how you treat yourself, how you present yourself, how you hold yourself back. It's honestly going to come down to your overall actions of how you view yourself, how you show up for yourself, and that is how people are going to view you and receive you. If you didn't already know, the way that you treat yourself is how others are going to treat you. So imagine a lot of you guys are already talking so much crap about yourself. You don't love the way you look. You don't like the way you feel. You judge yourself. You compare yourself. You are not happy with your own reality. And in turn, you expect other people to take you seriously when you do not take yourself seriously. Anything you do not like, anything, especially when it comes to your life, anything that you know that you could change, like your health, your finances, your job, your relationships, you have the control of changing a lot of those things. However, you set these goals and you continue to shit on yourself and give up when the obstacles occur along the journey of getting to those goals, and you give up and you quit. Look at these ladies, they're just out on a bike, but you give up. You don't even stay the course. And people are watching you constantly just give up on yourself. If I constantly gave up on myself, I wasn't consistent. Also, when I started my channel, I showed you guys chest up, right? I bet if you didn't go onto my Instagram or Google me, you wouldn't have known that I have the body that I have, the discipline that I have, the self-control that I have, the discipline that I have when it comes to food and nutrition. I bet you didn't know all of this based on me only showing you guys from when I started my channel, chest upwards, right? Everything came from the mind, but behind the scenes, my actions reflect everything that I talk about. And when you see me in person, when you see me online, all of it is aligned together. My man decided that he wanted to Google my name on Google and this is what popped up. And he was just like, wow, Shen, I'm so proud of you. You know, you've been so consistent in your life in terms of leveling up and glowing up and just becoming a better you, a better woman, preparing to be a wife, preparing to be a mother one day, and just a really good friend and coach for people, and just a part of society where I can contribute towards. And it reflects, like AI, what they put together about me, it reflects my character. It reflects my everyday grind, my mission, and it's so clear. Everything I touch, everything I do always ties back to the same one mission. And so no matter how I feel, I have just decided, let me get out of this. No matter how I feel, I have just decided that I want to show up. I'm going to show up. I'm going to stand on my word. I don't know how many of you guys can agree with me, but if you found yourself in the past or currently proving or trying to prove yourself to people, trying to prove to people, oh, I go to the gym. I told myself that I'm going to lose this much weight, and you're just trying to prove yourself to people so that they can support you, so that they can believe in you. But truthfully, your actions over time have just shown people that they cannot count on you. They cannot believe in you. They may support you, but they've constantly and consistently seen you quit on yourself. You said that you were going to stay the course. You said that you were going to be different this time around, and you constantly go against your own actions. If you want to be respected, you have to learn how to respect yourself. You have to learn how to respect your own goals. You must stand on business. Your words carry weight, but your actions, like I love when my friends, my family members, anyone around me, even my clients, I love when people are consistent in their actions. Like they align with what has come out of their mouth. Like their actions align with what has come out of their mouth. And that is something that I stand on. When I say integrity has been the word for me, and one of the most important traits that I stand on and make sure that it aligns with my business, my character, my morals, integrity, standing on my words when no one is watching, making sure that my actions align when no one is watching.
Now, if you really believed in your goals, your habits would prove it, but they don't. Your habits prove you're a liar. You don't believe in discipline. You believe in DoorDash. You don't believe in success. You believe in scrolling. And you damn sure don't believe in legacy. You obviously believe in lounging. And spare me the vision board. Spare me the cute planner, the cute journal. If your belief was real, we would see it in the sweat dripping off of your body coming home from the gym, not the grease from another takeout bag. We would see it in the alarms you set that you actually get up for, not the ones that you keep snoozing every morning. You swear you want success, but your actions scream that you're committed to being average. And don't say you're building a brand when your screen time report says 7 hours a day on TikTok, 5 hours a day on Instagram with nothing posted. Don't say you want financial freedom when you drop $8 a day on Starbucks, but you claim you can't afford to invest. Don't say you want the body when the only reps you hit are Netflix episodes. And that's the hardest part to understand. You're not failing because you can't. You're failing because you won't. Make it make sense. Stop telling people about your big goals. Nobody believes you. Not because they're haters, but because your habits have already exposed the truth. You don't actually believe in yourself. If you did, we wouldn't need your words. Your results would be loud enough. Hope that helps.
When I said that I wanted to look a certain way, I want to feel a certain way, I want to eat a certain way, I also showed my clients, especially those that are doing my challenge right now, I showed them, hey guys, like I brought protein powder, I brought my protein shakes, my protein shaker cup, I brought my vitamins, I brought oatmeal. I've traveled with all of my necessities on my trip, no matter where I go. Hello ladies, I wanted to share with you a few things that I brought on my trip that keeps me on track. And when I tell you I take my fitness and health seriously, this entire bag is mine. Okay, and like it's heavy. Yes, this was in my man's luggage because mine was full. And he's like, if we're overweight, this has to go. And I'm like, no, it's going. It's coming with us. Y'all, also in our carry-on bag, Smart Sweets. Smart Sweets. A whole lot of Smart Sweets. I know you're like, Shen, you are just over the top. Listen, I take my fitness and health so seriously just because I love my physique. I don't like being bloated. Um, and I just like feeling good. You know, when you're traveling, no matter where you're going, how far it is, or even like if you're doing a staycation or you're having like events at home, it's so easy to eat what everyone else is eating. It's so easy to fall off track. And I've already had breakfast out, I've had lunch out, but then you add in sugar and drinks. No, thank you. So I know for a fact that I want to ease on the sugar this time around because last year we were in Europe and we had a lot of gelato, we had a lot of ice cream. My face broke out, my face was puffy. And I was a lot more sluggish. I like the energy that I'm starting with, so I want to keep it like that. And so Smart Sweets is going to help me with it. We got a ton here, a ton, and I had 2 on the plane. And then I also brought 2 packages of this. It's crispy minis, and I have 2 different packages that I brought, and it's pretty big, right? So I had some last night. I also brought magnesium for sleep, especially with the time difference. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm feeling it right now. Digestive enzymes, so necessary. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but you know, if we just, you know, once I get to a grocery store, I'll be able to find some food that I can cook, at least 2 meals at home and 1 to 2 meals outside. But y'all, I wasn't playing. I brought, I brought protein powder. Okay, girl, I emptied the tubs. Okay. You're probably like, wow, this girl, no, for real. Empty the tubs. We brought our shaker cups, and you can also get cups here, but yes. I'm gonna be doing some bicep curls tonight with these. I brought the scoops, they're in here as well. I don't play, okay? I'd rather have a protein shake than anything with bread, okay? That's how you end up bloated and groggy and slow and tired, and I cannot afford to lose my energy. I brought my vitamins and more supplements here. Everything is labeled. I brought my glutamine. I brought pre-workout for my man. I don't remember what this is. EAAs, possibly EAAs for him. Y'all are gonna be like, Shen, you're doing too much. So I brought oatmeal. I brought some organic oatmeal so I can have breakfast at home. I don't want bread and I don't want sugar. Those 2 things would just have you restarting every single time if you have it often. So if I'm gonna have sugar, it's gonna be once a week or space it out 1 to 2 times a month. Trust me when I say sugar will just have you at game over. Girl brought her seasoning. I brought salt. I brought cinnamon. I brought nutmeg because those are things that I like in my oats. I also brought some hemp seeds. I brought some flax seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds. You can see the chia seeds in here. I brought some steak seasoning just in case I get any kind of meat or chicken. I brought some mint tea and I believe raspberry tea at the back of this. I've also traveled with my Bible. So these are things that add to my glow up, add to my level up journey. And I do this all behind the scenes. When I travel and people are like, how do you stay in shape? Well, I've built the habits that have got me in shape. And this is how I maintain it. I go anywhere I travel to, I don't change for the environment. I adapt, but I also incorporate my healthy habits, my mindset, and a lot of my daily routine non-negotiables like going for walks, getting my steps in. You know, the minute I hit 10K steps, like this watch does not go with my outfit, but because I know that I want to get these steps in, I still have it on until I hit 10,000 steps and then I take it off. I can also use my phone, but honestly, I love seeing that I accomplished the goal. It makes me feel really good. Also waking up and I'm not so inflamed from the food, from traveling. I feel really good. But I don't just preach these things, I'm a living reflection. So anywhere I go, I'm always meeting people and they're like, oh, what do you do for work? And this is how I'm able to handle business cards or send them to my social media, whether it's my Instagram or my YouTube channel. And then people are asking me tons of questions about my nutrition. They're asking me tons of questions about my body, how often I train, and I'm able to give advice, but I'm also able to meet people and also bring in clients that way. You got to be a product of whatever you are selling. You need to be a product. People are out here like, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a personal trainer. You can't even help yourself. So why? Personally, for me, if I'm walking into the gym, I'm gonna want the most fit and knowledgeable trainer. The most fit and knowledgeable trainer. If you look like you can't help yourself, and based on a conversation when you talk to people, you can usually tell when somebody does not take themselves seriously. So why would I invest in you? Why would somebody invest in you? So starting off with number one, you need to set meaningful goals and follow through with those goals. When you say you're going to do something, you need to follow through no matter how long it takes. I said one day that I wanted to become a personal trainer. It took me years. I went to school for cosmetology first, and then after a breakup, it led me to bodybuilding, and through bodybuilding, I found the love for training. And then I was like, no, I'm now gonna go and get certified. I stood on my word. No matter how long it took, I knew that I was going to put in actionable steps daily. And even if they're baby steps, little bit by bit does add up. So I really need you to quit with the all or nothing mindset and just look at what can I do for 10 minutes per day, 15 minutes per day. What can you gradually do continuously to, get closer to your goals? That is going to be so important on this journey to stand on business, to stand on your word. You truly want to show that you are committed to your goals, no matter how long it takes, no matter what obstacles occur, no matter what hurdles you have to go through. I have been, and I want my clients to comment down below, all my girls that are in my extension program, like I had hosted a workout for them yesterday and weekly Zoom calls, but I was coaching from 1 a.m. in the morning while I'm here in Marbella to like 3:30 a.m. And I have been making sure that I'm still putting in work no matter where I am in the world. And it just shows that I'm committed to them. I'm committed to the mission. I'm committed to their goals just as much as they are investing in my programs and services. And it just shows that no matter where I am, that they're still a priority to me. So why wouldn't they see value in being my client or taking a break and coming back to me knowing that I was a different coach, where you don't really find a lot of people that are reliable or they're going above and beyond in their services to make sure their clients are good. You need to be committed no matter how long it takes, no matter the hurdles, no matter what environment you are put in. That mission needs to still stay as the mission. Consistency and being reliable builds credibility, all right? So if you're not consistent, I need you to apply, like you need to make being consistent for the remainder of the year your mission. A lot of you guys are consistent with texting a man back or daydreaming about why he hasn't texted you back. Like seasons, my younger self used to be so men obsessed, like my boyfriend this, my boyfriend that, and like useless men that weren't doing much but giving me a headache. But I was so emotionally attached to that toxicity, and I was so consistent with always just wanting to know what they're up to. Why aren't you texting me back? Oh, let's go off of your plans. I was really consistent. You got to see which departments and areas of your life that you are consistent in. Wow, the sprinkler just came on. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we gotta go. But you gotta see in what areas of your life you are consistent in that does not serve you. Some of you guys are chasing the wrong things. You're consistent on your phone. You're consistent with checking your messages online. You're consistent with your Instagram. You're consistent with all of the things that aren't helping you level up, glow up, or add to your business or make you more money. Thank you. Y'all, I had to change my seating location. Like I just have to move over because the sprinklers came on. But y'all, I'm loving Marbella. This is my vibe. This is mine and my man's vibe. And I'm a fiance. Tip number two is know when to walk away. Oftentimes we're putting up with toxicity. We're putting up with, people that are shitting on us, people that we've given so many chances and they continue to do us wrong. I've been in many relationships over friendships. I feel like we give guys, like especially if we like them more than they like us and they've done us wrong, we give them so many chances. But when a girl or a girlfriend does us wrong, we're so quick to trash them or cut them out of our lives. But we give these waste youth so much time and attention. You need to know overall when to walk away from anyone that does not align or serve your mission or your higher self. Stop putting up with behaviors that don't align with you. I am not getting out of character or shifting my energy for anyone. And this is how you show people how to respect you. When I had men that lusted for my body, it was so easy for me to walk away and to just be like, you know what? I don't need any validation. I don't need a man to lust over me. I don't need anyone to just, adore and love my body and just, be perverted and entertain it just for validation. But it's really important that you know when to walk away when you are being disrespected. This is how you teach people how to respect you. If somebody has called you out of your name, somebody is disrespecting you behind your back, walk away. Get really good at walking away. Get really good at saying, no, this doesn't work for me. This doesn't align with me. This is how you show people that you are on a mission and you are not playing. You're not playing about your business. You're not playing about your life. Did you see that wheelchair go by? One day you are going to get older and you're not going to be this beautiful. You're not going to be this in shape. You're not going to be this person that you are. So it's so important that you start to stand on business now. A lot of you guys are accepting the bare minimum and the baggage when you could be out here a second time in Marbella, on the beach, on the boardwalk, and people are turning their heads because you're not afraid to be yourself, your authentic, sexy self. Baby, what? You couldn't tell me nothing because I know who I am. And that's why it's important to say no, protect your energy. What doesn't serve you does not serve you. You don't bend backwards for it because they wouldn't either, okay? You're only going to get older. It's time to stop making excuses. Walk away. As you start to evolve and level up, those people are going to be so terrified at your glow up and your level up. You're going to see how many people switch up and are shocked and then maybe even have gossip about you when they see that you're so unbothered. You got to move like you're unbothered, babe. You couldn't even shift me out of my routine or my character because I feel good with what I'm doing and my mission. Self-respect truly means never settling for less than you deserve. What do you deserve? What does you as a queen deserve? I deserve the finer things, but I also give myself the finer things. I like to be in shape. I don't like being inflamed. I don't like any drama on my phone line. I don't like gossip. I don't like chaos. I don't entertain, gossip either. I don't watch these shows anymore. I don't watch reality shows. I don't insert myself in anyone's business. Like, I just mind my business, drink my water, stay hydrated, and I'm loving it. I have shown myself so much respect and people don't play with me because they see me like, this girl doesn't play. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm very straightforward, but I know how to take criticism and feedback. I know how to keep myself and hold myself accountable, but I will never let anyone disrespect me and ever again. Now that I know what I like, I know what I don't tolerate, you need to know it. Like, you got to look at the people in your life and see where they're abusing you, using you. If you feel drained in certain relationships or certain spaces, remove yourself. I used to think that I'm waiting for people to remove themselves from me. No, I remove myself when I am tired or sick of you. When I feel like you're draining, your energy is draining, or you're somebody who just wants to eat off my plate and contribute nothing, I remove myself. You will never hear from me again. And I'm not afraid to do it. I'm not afraid to sit at the table by myself, travel by myself, do anything by myself. I'm out here on a beach while people are staring at me. I am not afraid because I love what I've built for myself. And so you have to get to the point where you're not afraid of walking away or being the bigger person. You're not waiting for somebody to remove themselves from your life. If they don't serve you, if they are just drama and gossip, remove yourself. If they are toxic, if they mistreat you, remove yourself. If they don't prioritize you, not saying that you need to be on a pedestal, but if they don't prioritize you, show you that they love you, they respect you, they support you, they have your back behind your back, honey, remove yourself. Tip number 3, practice sexual discipline, especially if you are not married. Now, this is something I did personally, so you can take this with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing my experience of, I was intimate with my partner when we first began our relationship. And then as I decided in 2024, I wanted to get closer to God. I was like, you know what? How many men am I going to give my body to? How many boyfriends am I going to be like, oh my gosh, one day. And then we break up. And then I've given my body to like this to John, Bob, and Sam. And I just sat my man down and I was like, hey, listen, like, I want to just, I want to get closer to God. This is where I'm at. And I would love for you to be on this journey with me. However, you can walk away at any point if you feel like, you want intimacy or you want sexual intimacy. And here we are about to get married. She's a fiance. Men who love you, you don't have to beg. You don't have to beg. You don't have to plead. You don't have to let yourself go. You don't have to put out. You don't have to do much aside from evolve, level up, be that woman. I have feminine and masculine traits, but I've been able to evolve in this relationship. I've been able to communicate with my partner anytime I feel like I'm changing or this is where I'm at or this is where he's at. I ask him, I motivate him, I pour into him, he pours into me. And I didn't understand that until I took 2 years off from dating. So when I started my relationship, yes, we were intimate, but halfway through it, we had to stop. And still celibate, still waiting for marriage, still waiting for marriage. However, before this relationship, you couldn't tell me or you couldn't give me this kind of advice. I was, I had this high sex, I would say I have a high sex drive. And I feel like I would use my body to make men lust for me, make men lust for me or add to the lust or add to the perversion or feed off of all of that attention for the wrong reasons, not really seeing that I was just shortening myself and only selling my body rather than my character or my mind. And that is what most guys were attracted to at first. And a lot of you guys don't even realize that most men or people in general are not going to respect you if all you have to offer is your body, right? You need to have skills. You need to develop your mind. You need to read. You need to carry yourself like a queen. You need to carry yourself like the woman that you once needed, the mother figure that you once needed, the leader. If you have children, you need to be an example of a woman that has power, grace, character, poise. She knows how to spend money, make money, because a lot of the time we're looking for provider men to sometimes provide financially. You don't even know how to spend money, yet you want a provider man. You want a man that is in shape, yet you are not in shape. You don't even know how to eat well, right? And all you have to offer is your body, and eventually sex is not enough. Okay, there's tons of coochie out there. There's tons of, you can give up the WAP so many times, and the man will still disrespect you or not value you. And so I got to the point where I was like, if somebody truly loves me, they're going to support my goals. They're going to support my decisions as well, because it is for the better. And how do I deal with sexual desire or lust? I pray about it. If you would like a video, drop it down below, because you know what? I'm so proud of myself because I had such a high sex drive. I used to masturbate. I used to enjoy watching certain things, and that was only devaluing me as a woman, as a woman. And I don't even want to make this like a godly thing. I just value my body as a temple, and it just shows people that, wow, she can still have a banging body, a body that turns heads. And she knows that she's enough and that she's more than her body. Her body or promiscuous, or being promiscuous is not what makes her valuable or an asset to anyone or respected. It's so important to value your body and your energy. When you are not easily accessible and you are able to say, no, this does not work for me. These are my boundaries. This is my decision. People will respect you. The people that are meant for you, the man that is meant for you will respect you. People will see that your self-worth. Hi. People will see that your self-worth runs deeper than your shallow surface level attention. My DJI is about to die, so I feel like I have to go and connect my phone to this. I'm standing in the sun and it's glowing on my skin. Tip number 4, be reliable and accountable. One thing I don't like, one thing that will turn me off from someone is when they are unreliable. And honestly, this is why I do not have many girlfriends, okay? This is why I love my man from day one. He's been consistent and reliable. Consistent and reliable. He has shown me through his actions that he wants to be in my life. I have never had to beg for a thing from him, and certain girlfriends as well. I have also experienced the other end of the stick, baby, where people are really unreliable. I have built myself to be reliable. I've never been fired from a job. I've always shown up. I've always done the work. You could ask all my clients. I've never canceled. You can see my dedication to my clients. Even on this trip, I'm still coaching. I'm still doing Zoom calls at 1 a.m. in the morning, still working, still grinding, and I'm showing through my actions that I am reliable. A lot of you guys are not reliable. You would rather stay in bed, cry, emotionally break down, eat like shit, and just cry and just shit on yourself when things aren't going your way. Pull up your big boy pants, pull up your big girl pants. Okay, this is where the masculine trait comes in, where you need to have consistent. Continuing, my DJI died, so I had to switch to my phone. What I was saying with tip number 4, you really want to work on being consistent and reliable. When you are consistent and reliable, people are going to respect you. All right, showing up for my clients naturally, they're going to respect me. Being a great friend to my man before a fiance, of course he's going to respect me. I go above and beyond for the people who go above and beyond for me based on their energy. I don't have to beg them, I don't have to force them to be it. Some people, it's just not in their nature, it's just not in the character. Old me, I was not reliable. Don't even think I was the greatest girlfriend. I don't think I was the greatest friend. I don't think I was there for people the way that I am there now, but I had to work on self-awareness. I had to work on emotional awareness and also emotional intelligence, along with other traits and other skills that you develop along the way of your level up and glow up journey. You know, committing to my goals and staying true to my promises. This is how you are going to stay consistent and reliable. Changing my life to become my higher self daily is about aligning my actions above my words, aligning my actions with where I want to go, and being consistent in those daily actions, even if it's bit by bit. You don't always have to be perfect, but when people see that you truly care or you're passionate about something, they are going to respect you. So many people show the world that they don't respect themselves because they give up on themselves repeatedly, and you can see it in their actions or how they speak about themselves, how they move, how their posture is. Like, a woman that respects herself has her posture upright. She's not down here. She's not shortening for the end of the stick or for the breadcrumbs. She's not shortening to feel comfortable or make other people feel comfortable. She's not getting intoxicated just to feel comfortable or safe in an environment that makes her uncomfortable. You got to be consistent with your energy, your time, your aura, everything. Trust me, that is going to make you so undeniable and people are going to take you seriously. Number 5 is going to be stand on your words. Stand on your words. And that is going to be shown through action. When you say you're going to go for a walk, and no matter what happens in your day where you're emotionally distraught, something threw you off course, stand on your word and go for that walk. It's all about baby steps. All those baby steps add up to the bigger picture. So when you do quit on yourself, oh, this is the cutest dog. When you do quit on yourself, you only show people that you don't respect your own goals. You only show people that you don't respect your own goals. Your actions need to be bigger and louder than your words. And you know something? As people are walking by me, I'm okay with it. You have to be okay with people staring at you. It's okay if you don't know what they're thinking about you or how they're going to perceive you. Be out here judging you or laughing at you. Who cares? Who cares? Okay? But listen, some people have less than $1 in their bank account and they have so much to say. You guys need to stand on business and start showing up to make moves in your life. You know that your mission is greater than how other people are going to perceive you or feel about you. You're not looking for approval. You're not looking to prove yourself. You're not looking for their feedback or criticism. You're staying true to the mission, and your mission allows you to be consistent because you love that mission so much. That mission is greater than how anyone else feels, and also how you feel on your worst days. You need to show up. Actions speak louder than words. I'm hungry for change to become a softer, kinder woman who is not so fast reactive, but also more thoughtful, more intentional. And so the people you're around, the energies you're around, it's really important that you do the work so that you can align better people in your life that only support you without begging. Okay, that you don't need their approval, you don't need to prove yourself, but they see it in your actions. My man does not have to force me. Nobody should force you to go after your goals. So stand on your words and stop looking for somebody to give you the praise or approve what you need to do. You already know what you need to do, and we're almost in 2026. So let's make the remainder of the year the best years. You've been getting all these videos. If you've been a client of mine and you've worked with me, or you haven't already worked with me, be sure to check out my last challenge for the year. We start on September 22nd. So be there, be square. You will be transformed before the end of the year so you can get ahead before 2026. It's been life changing for so many women. And I know you guys are getting this kind of content, these videos, as often as I post them. And I really hope you guys are running with that message and you're ready to finish the year strong. So I want you to write this down. You are going to start aligning your actions with your promises, the promises that you've put out into the world, that you've made to yourself. You know, when the man of your dreams, promises you something, you expect him to stand on his word, right? You want to be a husband? Stand on your word as a husband, okay? Don't embarrass me behind my back, okay? If you want to be a friend, stand on your words, your promises to be a good, loyal, genuine friend, right? If you want anything in this world and you've made promises for it, it's time to stand on business. You want to be better at something, stand on your words by putting in action. Everything you want in this world requires effort and being intentional and being consistent, patient, and faithful. All top five, top five. I guess I'll take y'all to the restaurant and show you where I left my man as I came out here to make a video. And yeah, let's take you off this tripod. All right, y'all. So the beach, the sun is going down. The sun is going down. People are out for their evening stroll. And I was standing over there. I was sitting over there until the sprinklers came on. Can I mention one more thing? You know what I noticed? Being a woman that is always unbothered, I know myself. I'm beautiful. I am confident when I walk into any room, whether I'm by myself. Walking past some women, you can feel their demons like ready to attack. And this is how you show people that you don't play about yourself. When you can confidently stand your ground and still be yourself, when other people with their energy are trying to make you feel small or less than, or give you attitude or a negative vibe, you don't get out of character. You don't shrink yourself. You don't pay them any attention, baby. You stay unbothered. This is how you get respect from the best people, by not losing yourself for anyone else. Because you can find a lot of women out here as vicious women that will eat you alive if you let them. If you let them, because they are afraid of your power, your confidence, your calmness, your poise. And I'm out here, I be walking anywhere I go, and I see the eyes and I'm like, yeah, look at it. Look at me. I can do this. I can pull out a camera. Y'all, you can't be out here shrinking yourself for people. You cannot be getting out of character for people. You cannot get out of character for people. That right there is going to have you losing credibility And people will not respect you when they see that you are easily bothered. So this is where I left my man. They have an indoor restaurant and they have this restaurant. Let's go through here. Vibes. Look at the DJ. There's hookah.
Hello.
And there's my man's.